The other day, I had another experience, but this time it followed me back home. And it was probably the worst one I've experienced yet. Worse than the spiders, worse than the rats. This one really shook me to my core. I was just on my way home. It was super late. I had another night class, and I was coming from it, and I pull up in my yard, and obviously it's like really dark outside. So, and it was pretty late, so I kind of figured everyone would be asleep in the house.
Yeah.
So I walk into the room that I'm sleeping in, and as soon as I go to turn around to lock the door was just boarded up.
Ooh.
And I was like froze and really shook up about it. And as soon as I turn around, I'm in this it looks like a big open lobby, but it was like for like a mansion or like a house.
Wow.
It's a completely big, different house. And basically, I just felt really uncomfortable.
I think as most people.
Yeah. So I didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
So I was like freaking out. So I just started to walk around this house and like explore because I had no idea where I was. I tried to get a grip on where I was. And I just kept walking and walking and walking. It felt like this house was so large. It felt like I was walking for hours. And at one point, it even felt like I was walking for a whole day. I had no idea how long I've been there, but it just felt like I've been there for a while.
So you had a lot of time perception, kind of strange.
Yeah. And out of nowhere, like it was just all quiet, but then this grandfather clock starts dinging. And it was like super loud, like it hurt my ears really bad. And it just wouldn't stop. And then like, like a street lamp, how the light projects out of a street lamp, like a spotlight kind of thing, but it's like pointing down. A bunch of those appeared in the house. Like they were spaced out, but the lights were just like shining on the ground. And I was like, but the clock just kept going, and I wanted it to stop, so I started following where the noise was coming from to go try and turn it off.
Smart.
Or like break it or something to make it stop. And I found the clock, and as I'm walking up to it, it just stops then. And then I stop, and this clicking noise, the doors clicks open, and as it opens slowly, it looks like this woman, and she's crammed in the clock. I was like, is this woman okay? Do I need to do something? But I couldn't move because I was so afraid. And this 7-foot woman untwists herself out of this clock into spirals out of it. And she's like hovering over me. I'm only like 5'8". So she's extremely tall.
Wow. And
this woman was in a nun outfit for some odd reason. And she had no face, but a smile with sharp teeth. And the rest of it was like flesh covered over, like it was just blank. I was still frozen, and this woman's like looming over me. And I'm just looking at her. And she just reaches out her long arm and just points at me.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, and then she starts to run towards me. So I obviously, instinct, I turn around and start taking off running.
Yeah.
And I ran for a good minute. And then I tripped over something, and I fell into one of the spotlights. And as I'm stumbling to get back onto my feet, I realized that I didn't hear her footsteps anymore, and that she was pacing back and forth in front of the spotlight I was standing in.
Oh, my God. That's scary.
And I realized that these lights were going to save my life because it stopped her from pursuing me. And she was just patiently waiting for that spotlight to be gone or for me to exit. And I stood there and tried to figure out what I was going to do. Some time just kept going by, and then I heard the clock again. And I turned around, and there was this blank door opening. I could see it. And first instinct, I was like, she's close, but I'm going to have to try.
Yeah.
Like, either I'm going to die here
You have to run for it.
or I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
It's like 50-50 chance. So I take off running towards the door. I can hear her climbing up on me, and I turn back to look, and she's gaining on me. Right as I'm going to look back forward to see where I'm going, I run slap into my brother. And he was like, yo, are you good? Nah, man, I thought I saw something, but I must have haven't. I'm going to go to bed. That's what I told him.
Yeah.
Basically, everything that happened that night, but it was like I didn't sleep the rest of that night. Like, it was just
Understandable.
crazy. Yeah. But, all right. That was my experience. And it was
It sounds scary.
terrifying.
That's not a good one.
No.